runway 3, clear to land, caution for the cross on 1206.
Okay, clear to land, runway 3, 7 charge good.
And 5 to Tango, the Cessna's 11 o'clock, 2.5 miles, slightly higher.
Hello YouTube, Captain Mac here, and welcome back to our Pmdg 737 tutorial series. You may recall that in our last tutorial we covered how to bring power on the aircraft, and there were 3 different methods that we covered for that, but the process of that, which takes place within the cockpit acceptance procedures and checklist, also includes testing the fire warning systems, which we didn't do in that video. So this video is going to show you how to do that. Alrighty, this video is going to assume that you've already either watched the video on how to bring power on the aircraft or that you simply know how. And as you're going down your checklist, you see that there is an item that says fire warning systems, and the response would be tested. Now the process is very simple, but there's certainly more involved here than what the checklist indicates. So I'm going to show you how to do the fire warning tests, all the things that we're looking for, and then I'm going to also show you how to do the stall warning tests, because I didn't see those anywhere in the checklist anyway, and they're really quite simple. So when we get to this item on the list, as we're going through our flows, remember now, we go through our flow, this is something we're going to do automatically. Let me change that view to this one right here. We're going to take care of our fire warning tests, and these are going to be located right here. Now if you're going through the actual procedure, the first thing you want to do is make sure the overheat detect switch is in the normal position on both sides. That's this one right here. I actually looked up a little information on this. The only time you would take it out of the normal position is for troubleshooting. So you're going to leave this in the normal position, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the test switch to the fault and inop side, which is this one over here, and we're going to be looking for several things. And this is where we need to this is where you have to memorize these flows, because there's several things you're going to look at and a couple of things you're going to do, and you need to do them while you're holding that after you hold that switch over to the side. Now the switch will hold automatically, so you can left click and it's going to hold for about 3 or 4 seconds and allow us to take care of the other things. So we need to verify that the master caution lights are illuminated. That's step 1. The master caution light is up here, so we're going to verify that that light is illuminated. Verify that the overheat detect annunciator is illuminated. That is a little a warning that appears on this this little annunciator panel right here. We're going to need to verify that the fault light is illuminated, and the fault light is one of these down here. This is the fault light right here, so this needs to be illuminated. And if it fails to illuminate it, then the fault monitoring system is inoperative. And then we need to verify that the APU detect inoperative light is illuminated, and that's the one right below it. If this light fails to illuminate, we cannot operate the APU. That's everything we're going to check for the fault inop side of the test. Then we're going to click the switch the other direction, and we're going to do the overheat fire test. And just like the fault inop test, there are several things that we need to check when we do the overheat fire test. So when we hold the switch to the side, we're going to verify first that the warning bell sounds. Then we're going to verify that the master fire warning lights are illuminated. That's this one up here. This is the master fire warning light. Verify that the master caution light is illuminated. Verify that the overheat detect annunciator is illuminated. Then the master fire warning light, which is this one here, we're going to push that and verify that the fire warning lights are extinguished. That's this one here and all of these lights here. So that's the master fire warning light. These are the individual fire warning lights. Those will illuminate as well, as you'll see. And verify that the warning bell cancels. Then verify that engine number 1, APU, and engine number 2 fire switches stay illuminated. That is these 3 here. So when we push this switch here, it should stop the bell, turn off that light up there, but all 3 of these lights should stay illuminated. And then verify that the engine 1 overheat and engine 2 overheat lights stay illuminated as well. That's everything that we need to check when we do this test. So I'm going to jump to a slightly different view here because I think it's a little easier to go back and forth from here, and let's take care of our first test. So we're going to left click, and you're going to see that the fault light and the APU detection inop light both come on, and it went away just as I came up, but the master caution light, so you see you've got a short amount of time, but I'm trying to explain it while I do it. Master caution light comes on and the overheat detect annunciator comes on. Those are all of the things that we want to do for that first test. The second test, we're going to hear the bells. All of these lights come on, the wheel well fire light comes on, we'll talk about that in a minute. And then that canceled this light and the bells, but we didn't get a chance to look and make sure that these stay illuminated. So we'll do it again real quick. All the lights come on, cancel, and these lights are all still on. Okay, so that's the fire warning test for the engines. And then we also have the fire extinguisher test, which is going to come next. Now this one is a little bit simpler, I think. We don't really have to do anything. We're gonna, well, we do, but we're gonna hold the switch to the left. We're gonna verify that all three lights illuminate, and then once it goes off, we're gonna hold to the right and verify that all three lights illuminate. Now, what's interesting about this is the procedures manual, the flight crew operations manual, doesn't talk about the cargo fire test on this one. But we got to do the cargo fire test too, which is going to take place right here. So this is going to test our extinguishers, our fire warning lights, our master caution, our fire warning light up here, and we should get a light illuminating on there. This is a terrible view for trying to go back and forth though, isn't it? So let me come back up here. So you're going to press and hold the switch. All those lights come on here. And you can't, I can't get it to stay on, and I guess we're not going to get the illumination up here. So that's all we do for that test. And then if you're going through the pilot's operating manual, there's a thing in here, this might throw you off a little bit. There's a section called the wheel well fire warning system, and it tells you to test it. And it says to hold the test switch to the overheat fire side, and then the fire warning bell sounds, the master fire warning lights, that's this one again, the master caution light, and the overheat detector annunciator illuminate. Now why this is listed separately in the pilot's operating handbook, I don't know, because it's actually part of the test that we already did. The wheel well warning light is this one right here. So when we did this fire overheat test, everything that we did included that wheel well test. So we'll do it again right here really quick. Again, let me go to this view that makes it a little easier, because we still need to check that this light illuminates, and we get the overheat detection or overheat fire warning on here. So let's test it one more time. Wheel well, that lights up. Overheat detect, master caution, all of those light up there as well. Now remember, the other lights on here were the other test. You may recall that. And then this light down here, this is the APU bottle discharge. This light is only going to light up if we discharge the fire extinguisher bottles for the APU. That's everything that you actually have to do to take care of that checklist item that says fire warning systems and say that we have tested them. Now, if like me you were a little surprised at how long it actually took to explain that test, just know that the test itself actually goes rather quickly. So while you're going through your flows, you're simply going to come down here, you're going to click the switch over here, look for those lights, look for those lights. We got what we're looking for there. The switch goes off. Now we're going to do the fire overheat test, wheel well light, all of those come on. We're going to cancel the bell, make sure those stay on down there, and of course we had our light on there. That takes care of the fire overheat test. This takes care of the other test, and you can also click the switch back the other way if you want. Whoops. The click spots are so small on these, it's a little obnoxious to me. Click it the other way, and then you can click it back if you want, and then do the cargo test, right? And that's it. That's how fast we can actually do the test, but the idea here was to show you the purpose of the test as well, and everything that you're looking for. Now, I also said that there were a couple more tests we were going to cover that I haven't seen so far in the pilot operating handbook as I'm going through it, and they don't show up on the checklist, so I'm going to show those to you really quick. And that's actually over here on the upper overhead panel. These should be tested during the cockpit acceptance procedures. So we're going to test the airspeed warning test, number 1, number 2, and then the stall warnings. You can just click on both of those, and those actually they do the shakers, the stick shakers, and I don't know if you can hear it, but you can't see it. Okay, yeah, so you can't see anything, but you hear that sound. That's the stick shakers, that's the stall warning test. And then the final test I'm going to show you how to do really quick is the cockpit voice recorder. You just hold this button for 5 seconds. You look for that light right next to it to illuminate. There it goes, and that takes care of that test. And that takes care of the test that we're going to show you for this video, primarily the fire warning systems. And that's going to wrap it up for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I realized that it probably was a little bit longer to go over the fire warning test than you would have expected. But again, doing the test, as you can see, is very quick. The purpose of this video was to show you each of the things that you're looking for and give a brief explanation on why we're looking for those. That's what we've done here. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that it was helpful for you. If you haven't done so, please give the thumbs up to the video. It helps with the algorithm. It also lets me know that you're enjoying the videos. And of course, if you think that I've earned it, please subscribe to the video, or not to the video, but to the channel as well. I really appreciate all of my subscribers. You guys are fantastic, and I'm already enjoying this series, and we're going to keep pressing on. And let me know what you think of it. And I think I've mentioned it before, but if there's a particular video you're looking for that you haven't seen, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure that it's on the list. That's it. That's all. No more, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, as always, keep the blue side up, unless otherwise instructed by ATC. God bless you all. Have an absolutely fantastic day.